Hello, wonderful people. How are you doing? It's been a long time coming, and I would say that I've missed you all from the depths of my heart. I hope you all are good, doing well, and in sound health. Forget about all the things that's going on in the country. We are in the hands of God as usual. All right, my people, thank you for subscribing. Thank you for sharing and commenting on our videos, and we pray and beg that you also invite your friends to do the same. My name is Goodness Shisum, and I have a troubling topic I would love to share with you all. Something that is really rampant in the society but is not well discussed. Let's talk about molestation, child abuse, and the rest. Many parents overlook this as in the overlook this, but it's really a major issue that's the fight in today's society. Now, what am I talking about? When we talk about molestation and child abuse, we're not talking about people outsiders and the rest. We're talking about things that even happen with close family members and the rest. It could be uncles, aunties, cousins, and the rest. Children pass through this every day. Now, I'm joined with a person who had a first-hand experience with abuse, and it was so bad that it damaged her ego, her pride, and everything. So you all join me and welcome her. How are you, ma?
I'm very well, thank you. Good evening once again.
Good evening.
How you doing?
I'm okay.
You look beautiful.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
All right. Before we start, I would love for you to just briefly introduce yourself. What's your name?
My name is Ayomi.
Ayomi?
Yeah.
Wow. What's the meaning of that name? It's a Yoruba name, right?
It means my friend.
My friend. Oh, what a lovely name.
Thank you.
All right, let's talk about the thing right now. The issue that is going on, but parents don't, put in like much thought in it. You told me firsthand that you were abused, right?
Exactly.
And I would love for us to come to that. But before we go into that, how many are you in the family? How many children do your parents bore?
Oh, we are 2 currently.
2. Oh.
Yeah, but we were 5.
We are
So,
5. May their soul rest in peace.
Thank you.
Okay. Now let's talk about the abuse. I could see that it's already triggering.
Yeah,
But
it's
let's
fine.
talk about it. At what age? Okay, just briefly run us through the story. How it all started. What age? How did it happen? What was done? When we talk about this abuse, do we talk about is it rape, kidnapping? Because all these are abuse too.
Mm-hmm.
So which area were you faced with, and how deep did it hurt you? But let's talk about the traumatic experience you had. How did it happen?
Okay. Hi once again, and my name is Ayomi. I'm so much grateful that you have me in your studio. Okay. At the age of 7, 8, should I call him a family friend? Though my mom got to know him, so basically my dad don't really know him, but we're just family friends.
Okay.
So he has a wife, though his wife is she only has one hand.
Okay.
Yeah,
She had an accident. It was
exactly.
amputated.
Yes,
Okay.
it was. So, and they had no children or a child then. And he comes to the house and I see him as an uncle and nothing else.
Wait, let's draw it back a bit there. You'll still continue the story. Now,
Okay.
when you say you see him as an uncle, right?
Mm-hmm.
He is such a close family friend,
Mm-hmm.
if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
So what age grade and how did this relationship start? How did it come into place? How did everything, like, we know it comes in step by step. So how did the relationship start at the beginning, at the instance? How did this relationship between your parents and him start?
I just don't know, but I just found him. He comes to the house, and
Okay.
sometimes my
Okay.
mom goes to visit them.
And your parents just trusted them.
Yeah,
They had this whole belief and okay, continue.
exactly. So at some point, he came to the house to visit as usual. And then basically that was when my dad went to the hospital for surgery, Gota, something like that. Yeah, so it was like a month and he was in the hospital and my mom was with him. So he came at the first initial stage and then he sent my brother to go buy him something. So I was like, okay.
How old was your brother then?
My brother was a year older than me.
A year older. What age
9.
range? 9?
Yeah.
Okay, that means you should be around 8, 7. Okay.
So within those range, we're not that grown up.
Okay. Yeah, I understand.
So my brother went to get the thing. I was like, let me follow him to go buy those stuff. He was like, no, that let my brother go alone. So as my brother was going, he was like, don't go to this place. This place, I need you to go to. He pointed at one direction that is very far. So when my brother asked him, but you can still get the thing here, he was
Very
like,
close, yeah.
he was like, this is where I want you to get something for me. And you know, as kids, you can't disobey.
It's an adult.
Yeah.
Your adult gives you an instruction and all you have to do is to follow that. You understand?
Yeah.
They say the elders know better, right?
Exactly.
Okay.
But basically, my mom doesn't send us to go to the mirror to buy something, except that thing is not found at that place.
Well, why is that?
Oh, well, as a 2 kids.
Okay.
So she's trying to understand.
Okay.
So, my brother went. He refused me going. And then he asked me to go get him water to drink. Initially, I don't have anything in mind. So I went in to get water, but the water was at the passage, but the drinking cup was at the dining.
When you, sorry to cut you short, when you say initially you had nothing in mind, you don't have to have anything in mind. You are a kid for crying out loud.
I know.
So I don't know what you had in mind, right?
I didn't have anything in mind.
Okay.
So let me just say sorry for using the word initially.
Yeah.
But you know, as we don't grow, as we have grown now. So let me continue. Let me go back to the story. So I went to get the drinking cup from the sitting room because the water was at the passage. Though it happened in Maiduguri, Borno State. I didn't stay the place where it happened. So I went in to get the cup. On my way coming out, he blocked the entrance door. So I was like, excuse me, let me go and fetch the water. He was like, I should go back. I was like, okay, maybe. I know my mom has taught us that if an elder is coming, you give a space, let your elder pass before you pass. It is wrong for you to go out and you saw your elder coming. Or maybe you are sitting, an elder is standing. You understand? So I felt like, okay, since that is, I remember those instructions because I know the way they train us.
Yes.
So I adjusted. So it became something else.
No, I want you to be so brutal.
Okay.
Tell me how it became the something else. What really happened?
Well,
the reason why I'm asking you this question is because you've had the first-hand experience and the parents are still not, it's only a few parents now that have woken up and risen up and be like, okay, I'm not gonna allow this kind of people near my kids.
Yeah.
Right? So what you're about to tell us right now will really go a long way in creating awareness and helping people out there that this kind of things still happen.
Okay.
You said earlier that he's a close friend, a very close family friend of yours. And for him to even send your brother out to go get something, that is more like this person is even living in the house with you. Right? So I would love you to tell me what it generated to something else. Just be open, please.
Yeah, I have to, but you know, it's not easy.
They say a problem have shared this, so, right?
Yeah, exactly.
I understand. In as much as you're trying to be, make a joke out of it, it's not funny.
It's not.
It's not. So
okay. Then he pushed me in, and he was like acting so strong. So I was trying to pull myself. So he threw me on the couch because we have a chair in the parlor. So, and then he pulled off my clothes. I was trying to drag myself. And initially, when he sent my brother out, he asked me to go lock the gate. So I was like, there's no need locking the gate since he's outside. When he comes, he'll push it and it will open. The gate is a hard gate. So he was like, let these outside people not enter inside. So I obeyed the instruction, locking the gate. And then before the incident of getting him water to drink occurred. So, he took all my clothes and, I was trying to struggle, but there was no strength. He was stronger than me. And then, yeah, he did the thing. And when he did the thing, and I think there's a white particle, which now we got to know. When I grew up, I got to know it was sperm. Then I didn't know what it was. So it was like a kata then. You know how kata is and whitish it is. He used his leg to cover it, and then when I was crying, he said if he hears it, he's going to kill my parents and then my brother, and I'm going to watch them die at my front. So I became so scared, and I was trying to signal my mom with a body language, but she wasn't getting it.
Wait, you've told me the story of how it happened, right? But before we get to the part of your mom, how did you feel at that moment?
How I felt?
Yes.
Very bad.
Bad how? You're a child, you don't know what's happening to you, you don't understand. Did your parents ever give you anything called sex education or the rest?
No.
So how did you feel?
Let me just say I feel bad because I wasn't myself. I felt like something has been taken out of me, and I just can't place it. So at initial, okay, you say I shouldn't talk about my mom now. Okay, fine. I think that's all I have to say.
No, that's not all. But you said you felt bad, which is quite understandable, and we've got to realize that. So when your brother came in, what happened?
Well, when my brother came in, nothing. He was done.
You were threatened.
And he seated outside. So I couldn't tell my elder brother anything.
You were threatened, right? Excuse me. You were threatened. What words did he use against you that made you feel like you don't have to tell someone? They say molesters have words that they use on children.
Yeah.
So when he threatened you not to tell someone, how did you feel? What made you keep to yourself and be like, no, I'm not gonna tell anybody?
Because I didn't want to be without a father, a mother, and a brother. Because I know of a girl in my class who is an orphan.
What was his exact words? What did he say?
He's going to kill me and then take me to the Almajiri people. Yeah. It seems funny, but it wasn't.
Take it to the Almajiri people, that is the beggars, and dump you there or what?
And leave me there. So I'm going to be begging food like the Almajiris. Nobody to care for me, or and then I don't think there was no family member in Maiduguri with us. So they were the only family I know, but they are my uncle.
Okay, now when your mom came back that same day, right?
She didn't.
She didn't come back the same day. When did she get back home?
She stayed at the hospital with
for
my
how
dad.
long?
For some days before she came back. We had a neighbor, but our neighbor was not around. So the more reason why my mom left us was because my neighbor was around, and if they go to work, they come back in the evening. So we sleeping in the house alone wasn't a problem because my neighbor was there. It was the first thing I faced the apartment.
Okay. The neighbor was not around. Okay, so you did not see. Okay, since he threatened your parents and your brother, why didn't you confide in the neighbor? You could have just told the neighbor, this is what happened.
I just don't know.
You don't know. Okay, now that we've grown up, okay, did you let her confide in your mom or tell her? You just kept it to yourself? Even till today, you don't feel like opening up or telling them something like that?
I just decided to use this opportunity because I thought about writing a book about it.
What changed your mind on it?
Well, should I say fundings?
Okay. Now that you've grown up, this trauma is still haunting you, right?
Exactly.
Has it been such a big deal on your sexual life currently? Do you still have sex? Ever since then, have you ever had sex again?
Nah. Well, I really hated, sorry to use the word, I hated men. But I really do. To the point that if a father cares and carries his female daughter, I have to put my eyes. So it got to that extent that I trusted nobody, even my own brother.
Your own brother.
Yeah, that's just how it made me feel. I feel like everyone is the same, and that's exactly what they want to do.
Hmm.
But as time goes on, I met some men of God, and I got to know that all men are not the same.
For you to say this, that you met some men and then all men are not the same, is that a way of your healing process or things like that? Have you healed yourself? Have you just come to realize that this thing happened and there's no way for me to stop it? The only thing I have to do is now talk about it. And like I said, your story will really help people out there,
Mm-hmm.
right? So what have you been able to do to like overcome this pain and trauma that you felt?
Okay, I think, should I finish up the story?
Yeah, sure.
Okay,
Sorry.
so at some point, when my mom came back from the hospital, even before they came back, it continued. Yeah, it continued.
Not once.
Not once, not twice, not three. Yeah.
Wow.
So, but I think there was a night my neighbor couldn't come back. My mom had to phone him and tell him that he should take us to his place so that we can pass the night there, and she's going to come back the next day,
Yeah.
which we did. And when we went there, I just don't know what happened. I just took a knife, a little penknife we had, and I put it inside my clothes. But I don't know. I didn't watch it from anywhere. So I was like, I know that he's stronger than me even before the knife will come out. So imagine a little me. So I remember watching Nigerian movie, but I can't remember the name. All these olden days Nigerian movie, or Sophia them and the rest. So I saw someone. So I got the morale. So I was like, if it's there, I want to die. No problem. So, we passed the night there. So I was sleeping. I held my brother. And my brother is not the type that loves clinging with girls. And I'm walking with my brother on the road. If you ask me, is this your sister? He said he doesn't know her. So he doesn't like too closeness with ladies. But that day, I held him. So he tried pushing me out, but at the end of the day, he still left me because he noticed that I don't want to leave him. But he never understood why. So that night, everyone was sleeping. At the middle of the night, he came and tapped me on my leg. But I opened one of my eye. I did as if I was sleeping. So he tried, and later he pulled me, and I stood up. And in fact, before he did that, when I opened my eye, he just pointed at my brother and told me like this. So I had to stand up.
The sign language.
Mm-hmm.
He just said he's gonna cut his neck off.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I stood up. I went out with him. So at the backyard, I was just like, I just brought out the knife and did like this. So he calmed his nerve. And later I went inside.
But would that really be a thing of trigger? Like he see a child with a knife and he just left you alone?
Well, I was like, I was pointing at the window where the wife's room, his room with his wife is. So it's just like showing signs that I'm going to scream or do something nervous.
Okay.
So at that point, when my mom came back, I was trying to signal her and the rest of the thing. So there's a day she was like, I should go and stay at their place, that she will come and pick me up later. By then, my brother and my dad has traveled home. So it's just she and myself.
Okay.
So I went to Auntie Gabriella's house. That's one of our neighbors. So she's from I can't remember the TV. She's from TV,
okay.
yeah. So I went to their place. So when I went there, my mom went to Mr. Iman's house. She couldn't see me there. She came to Auntie Gabriella's their side. So she knocked, she asked. I told the daughter to tell her that I'm not here, so I can follow through the back door and go home. So when I went, I never knew she has already gone there. My mind was that if I get home, I'll just tell her that I'm just coming from there. So she locked the gate. So when I hear she did not even say, I greeted her, she did not say anything. So she just opened the door and asked me to enter. So I was entering, she just gave me wire on my face.
A slap.
My eye really hit at the iron gate. Oh, then the wound has even gone. I had a scar then, but I don't know. But God helped me, it healed.
Yeah.
So after some days, both of us were about to travel to the village to go meet my brother and my
Your
dad
yeah.
to spend the Christmas. So it happened that I was having a very big stomach pain, which is known as cramps.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
my mom was like, what do you want? This and this. What is it? I told her, I don't know. I told her it's paining me. She made my favorite, which was noodles. And, Indomie and egg then. I couldn't eat it. She packaged it in the flask. So, she came, she touched my belly. She said my belly was strong. She did my eye like this. She was like, hey, so at that place, I was crying because I was not feeling comfortable. My tummy was paining me. And at the end of the day, when I went to use myself, I saw blood. So I was like scared. I was like, that I'm not in a big trouble. Oh. What is this one? How do I say it? How do I explain? My mom is not giving me listening ears. She's always busy with work, do this, do that. And when she comes, if you are trying to give her signal why you don't want to go there, when she's pushing you to go there, she still don't understand. She'll still be pushing you and be saying you're stubborn. There's a sign a child will give you.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
When you're telling a child, go this place, and the child refuses, you try to get to know why that child is refusing to go there. But my mom couldn't understand that signs, and it made me, I hated her.
Oh, you hated your mom.
I hated my mom to the point that one of my classmates came. I never knew my dad was listening to our conversation. And he was like, that woman I saw you at the market with that day, who is she? Is she your mom? I said, no, she's not my mom. So my dad had to, when she left, my dad had to come and ask me, why did I deny my mom? I said, nothing. I said I shouldn't try that again. So I knew my dad that if he had heard the story, my dad can kill if you mess with me. Because I remember when a woman mistakenly, it's not even a mistake, I went to fetch water and then she came to override. I shifted her this thing and she raised her hand and slapped me. My brother went to tell my dad. I never told my dad anything. When I came in, my dad saw my face and he called the police immediately to arrest her. So I know how many times my dad has called police to arrest people. But he was not within that time when all those things were happening to me. So
but you said he's his friend, right? And
not my dad's friend.
Who's
got to know my mom.
Oh, he's even your mom's friend.
Exactly, because when I was asking my dad question one day, who is this man to us? He was like, this one I'm asking because I said, no, I just want to know why you are so close to him. He said, I don't know that it's from my mother I got to know him and the rest of the thing.
But you know that this man couldn't do anything to you, that you still kept to yourself. Okay, now, do you still know this person? Do you still come in contact with him now?
I kept having traumas and dreams about him because I never forgave him until I met Christ. I stopped dreaming about him.
So you don't have this pain, this burning anger. Because personally, I myself, I know what I can do.
I do before, but not anymore.
Even with finding Christ and with forgiveness of the sins and the rest.
Yeah.
You don't believe that you could be one of the many victims of this trauma. You don't know how many children he has molested. And you feel like, okay, I've forgiven him, then he's free to go. You don't know if he's still doing it currently. Why don't you just come out and open up and say, this is the man who did this thing to me. Let the law take its course.
Well, I think I remember asking my mom last 3 years about Mr. Emmanuel. I just asked him, what of that?
Oh, his name is Mr. Emmanuel.
Yeah, I asked her, what of Mr. Emmanuel? She said she doesn't know where they are. Maybe they are in Enugu or something. She was like, why am I asking? I said, nothing. I just want to know if there is a day I will come pay him a visit. That was just the statement I made to her. So I think when I told my godfather, I later opened up to my godfather, but then I think we were back from, was it last year? So that year, I don't know what happened. So I started crying and he held on to me and was asking me. I just say, I don't know, but I just felt like, I just remembered something that hit me. So He later asked me, he said, I know you. You don't just stay like this and start crying all of a sudden. So actually my godfather is a reverend father.
Okay.
So when I told him, he said, have I told my mom? I said no. He said till now. I said yes. He said the only way to let this pain go is letting her know. I said, but I've let it go. He said, you have not. I said, I have. Since. He said, you have not. If you let it go, you will know. I was not like, how else? But I'm not feeling the pain. He said, but you can just stay like this all of a sudden. Because I think, that was when internet was trending about somebody was raped or being molested.
Okay.
At that period. So I had a flashback.
I think it was earlier. Okay, continue.
There was one that happened last year too.
Yes.
So I had a flashback. So the thing triggered me and he got to know. I never knew he was watching me because I and my friends, we came to do some cleanup for him in the house. So I never knew he was watching me while I was also doing my own cleanup. So when he realized, he was like, what is it? So I had to tell him nothing. So he was like, okay, do I want to talk when all these ones are out? I said, yes, father. So that was how I got to tell him. So he was like, I should try and tell her.
You say something about discovering blood. Let's talk about that once again, please.
You want to talk about that?
Yes, sorry. You say something about discovering blood and the rest. What was the cause of the blood? Is it from menstrual pain or... Because I don't think you've started seeing your menses then. So
I started early.
So what was the cause of the blood?
Well, the first blood was at that first site when it happened.
Yeah.
But the main one I'm even talking about, same blood that my mommy had to start touching me, asking me why my tummy is paining me and the rest of the thing, was my period. But I never knew it was my period. I had my period all through and I never wore pad. My mom buys me this leggings. Thick leggings.
Okay.
So what I do is I cut it into two. So I wear it. So whenever that thing comes, I use it to hold myself. But I never knew because nobody educated me. It was during my, that I had to go through that till just 3. Wow. Yeah, I never wore pad. And
you never told your mom?
No.
Because...
I don't know, because she has already started saying that I'm pregnant when I'm not. And she never gave me a listening ear and she hits me at every little thing. She becomes so angry with me and I hated her so much that I couldn't release anything. So I became so stubborn at her that if she sends me to do something, I refused to go. Except my dad would just be like, mama, my princess, go and do what you want. So my mom would be like, you are the one spoiling her, this and this, that and that. But she was the one pushing me away.
Pushing you away.
Yeah.
Okay. How is your relationship with your brother? You say that you even hated your brother from then till now. So how is your relationship with him?
Now?
Yeah.
We're good.
We are good.
Mm-hmm.
So have you ever confided in him and told him things that happened to you? Why are you so scared about this?
Well, when my godfather was like, tell your mom, I told him that I can't tell her because of her health condition. So I wouldn't tell her and then trigger her health. It was like, it is better you tell her and let go. I told him that I've let go already. So I don't see anything telling her. But initially, remember I told you I want to write a book.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to write a book about myself. That was the only book I intended on writing and nothing else. But due to lack of funds and the rest of the thing, I couldn't do that. And I was thinking, with this book sell, I don't need the money. I don't need I'm selling it to get money, but I just needed to write my story and encouraging words and also an advice to, parents, especially the women, feeling so close to their daughters, bringing them more close to them, getting to know every little. When your daughter is giving you some body language, you will know that something is wrong. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much for sharing. And I know that the trauma is really hitting you. I mean myself, I'm so pained on your behalf because I know what it is. Like I have been molested, but not to this extent, right? I think mine was just a kiss from an adult that I slapped the man. So it wasn't funny. But then yours is really, really triggering, right? So all I can say is I don't know what to
I'm
say,
still gonna
but
tell her. I'm looking at telling her on a good, but it won't pass this year. Surely I will tell her. I remember where I was teaching before I got admission in 2023, and there's this woman. She's Mrs. Ejike. She was very close to me,
okay.
and we are talking one day, and she was like, Michelle, I'm not so comfortable. I was like, what happened? She said there is this stranger her husband brought to the house a day before. I said, who is he? He said, they don't know him. The husband is this type that if he sees somebody stand there, he will just help.
No,
and then he brought him to the house. And the
no.
husband, he already asked him, are you going out? He said, no. But if you go out, he will let her know. So she waited. Her body was no longer feeling all right.
Yeah.
So what she did was she called and he said, she has left the house. So that so and so is the kids, the girl and the boy. The girl is way older than the boy. So she was like, you left my kid. He was like, you worry too much. You do this, you do that. She said, that even she got angry. She dropped the call on him for the first time, and when he was calling, she couldn't respond again. So she was like, I should cover up for her, though she has told the manager. I said, no problem, you can go, I will cover up. So what I did was I merged her
class
pupils with my own pupils, because I was teaching basic 5, she was teaching basic 4.
Okay.
So I merged them.
Okay.
Yeah, because it was already almost closing. So she left. She was like, The next day when she came, she was narrating the story. She was like, Shogi, I told you I was not feeling alright. I said, yeah, you did. So I asked her what happened. She said, do you know that this guy came and said he wants to play hide and seek with the kids? That the boy will hide and count. Did he say that the boy will be hiding while he will be counting? And then the girl too will hide. So he was like, okay, it was the son, the little boy that will count, that he told him to go to the room. Daddy's room, because they have 2 rooms, and then count while him and the girl will be hiding. So he children now. So he went and he started counting. So that one was not like drawing the sister, trying to pull his clothes. That one was shouting, leave my clothes. That one, my mom said nobody should touch my clothes. Nobody should remove my clothes. So in the process, she said he closed her mouth. So the boy was like, this one, he has not heard anybody's voice, blah, 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 blah. And then he came out. When he came out, that was when the one said, I was trying to help your sister. The boy was like, when the mom now came in, at that same, it was just as if it's God's grace, everything clicked at the same time. The boy was like, mommy. He started asking, they told her. She did not even wait. She did not even call her husband to say this what. She just packed his clothes, packed everything, threw it out. She doesn't even care whether he was wearing any clothes. Pushed him out of the house. Called the husband, said, you see that nonsense man you brought to my house? He's outside. I don't know. She was like, what is happening? She was like, if you know what is good for you, leave that work that you are and start coming back. He was like, what is it? He said, I'm not explaining anything. So leave that place and start coming back, so that you will see everything. So when the man got back, he was like, so after the good I did for you, you are trying to pay me back. I would have listened to my wife when she told me. So, most times, if you are very clean to your children, you have that feeling.
Parents really overlook this a lot.
You
they
have
really
that feeling.
This, yes.
So I think educating children, I stayed with my uncle, and when I was still having that trauma, he goes to work. When he comes back, he plays with kids. He also jokes with me too, because he sees me as his own children. So even the children were like, I'm their first. Whenever they ask them, they will say, I'm the first child before the boy. So when the kids, I would just be like, anybody that taught you in school, anybody that says you should remove your clothes, don't do it, something like, to the point I had to even tell the mom that, this children has grown to the point of wearing tights. Yeah. She said, oh, that's true. We got tight for the first daughter and the smaller girl. I was coming back. I was the one that bought it. I said, oh, see your title. You people should not be sitting anyhow. Sit down, close your legs, sit like again where I taught you where you're supposed to talk. You come back, you tell mommy or daddy or tell me. Do you understand? So, I started educating them.
A pedophile is a pedophile. regardless of what the child is putting on. And nothing, I don't see anything that will attract a full grown man or woman. Because when we talk about this child molestation, everybody sees it as it's only the girl child, right? But even the boy child.
Yeah,
too.
but
You
more
understand?
on the girls.
More on the girls, yes.
Yeah.
That's why their own is more visible. Even some of the guys too, but they don't want to talk about it, right? So a pedophile is a pedophile, but nothing concerning what the child is putting on. Nothing. Because you cannot tell me that you look at a small you're
Yeah,
7 years old or 8 years old. So
there's one that even I saw on the internet, a
a little baby. So
Yeah.
it's just that the only thing the parents have to do is to take care of their child, guide their little ones, be mindful of them. Don't allow them in circles of uncles, aunties. Yes, uncles and aunties are good persons, but then you don't know who
Yeah,
is
you need
who.
to monitor.
You don't know who you have to trust or who you don't have to trust. These things, they don't show on the face. It's not written on the face. It's like HIV. It's built inside. So all you have to do is to protect your child, look at the kind of people they surround themselves with, mind the kind of environment and what you put out there. Sex education doesn't start when the child is a teenager. It starts even when the child is still little, from 5 years old, even 3 years old self. You start talking to them a little bit about these things. This is not what you have to hide in this world currently. We talk about the Gen Zs or the Gen Alpha or whatever, but they are more wiser and way ahead of the millennials. So parents should be more open and tell the children about this so that the children will be aware and not fall victim. If a child falls victim, he or she is going to pass through a lot of trauma, both in their adulthood and the rest of their life. They won't trust anybody. This will affect them mentally, physically, and psychologically, both emotionally. So parents should do well to bring their children close and, talk to them. Have word and word with them. Tell them that this is their private parts, that nobody should touch them in any way that they don't seem comfortable. And when they do, they should report to mom and dad. Mom and dad will know what is best for them. So we really love to thank you, Miss Ayo. Thank you very much for coming. We really appreciate you. Your story is going to reach out to so many people out there, and it's going to make a great wave and change the perspective of things. And I hope that parents out there listening and take a lesson or two out from this. I remain your host, Goodness Shiso.
Yeah.
Please do well to subscribe to all our social media platform. Do well to subscribe to our YouTube and check out the full video there. You can check out on our Facebook and follow us on our social media platform. We really love you and we appreciate you. Do have a lovely day. Bye.
Yeah, bye.